how scared of you are the unknown? How does it traumatize you, the unknown? Do you charge into it? Do you educate yourself before you put your big toe in? How do you handle the unknown? And I watching over all of these companies. These companies keep coming in. They peruse the software, Square Coil, and they're looking at it and they're trying to figure out if they want to pull the trigger for their company or not. And at some point in time, you watch that fear take over them, and they say, "Oh, we're going to have to get back to you. We're going to take a look." And I can literally pinpoint it. I can hear the drop in their voice. I can hear the change in the tone, and you can just tell that they've realized the fear of the unknown. And I want to talk about that for a little bit. The fear of the unknown it's scary. I guess it's scary. It's never been scary to me. I love the unknown because I'm always learning. It's always something new. I have that passion for understanding the unknown and wanting to know the unknown. So for me, it's exciting. But for most of the population, it's actually quite scary to them, and it's almost intimidating, or it even freezes them in their tracks. Why? That's my question. Why? Why is it so scary? So I have the ideas, and my ideas are it's scary because they don't want to make a wrong decision. Okay, I can get that. I can get behind that. You don't want to make a wrong decision. You're afraid you might have to backtrack if you do something wrong. But is a bad thing to backtrack? And are you really backtracking? So when you have a fear of the unknown and you don't know what you're going to do and you pick a wrong, let's say you do it. You pick the worst possible solution and you start going down that path and you realize it's a bad solution. You learned a lot from that. You just got an education. Education didn't stop in college when you stopped paying for it. It didn't stop in high school when you stopped going and you graduated. Your education is constantly going at you, and you're constantly learning. So even though you made a wrong path, you got an education you learned, and that education might behoove you, might be better for you in 10, 15, 20 different decision-making processes you're going to have in your future. So that education was worth the wrong path that you went down. Not a big deal. All right? Let's say you have a fear of making the wrong decision and you make a lukewarm decision and your company barely changes. You got an education and it didn't even hurt your bottom line. So that really doesn't have a problem. And then you have a fear of the unknown of how much work and time is this going to do for you? Because obviously the last one, and we're not going to talk about it, is you have a fear of making a wrong choice. You actually make a right choice and it's a win. If you make a right choice and it's a win, you're going to start to trust your gut. You're going to believe in yourself a little bit more. It's just a win all the way around. So I don't have to talk about that. We all know that one. We love that one. That's like deciding to bring flowers home to your wife. That's a gut decision. And at the end of the day, we know it's a win. So we know the end conclusion on that one. But when you're scared to make a decision, you're going to make up excuses why you don't have to make this decision right now. And those excuses are usually what? I'm too busy. Oh, we have a great workload. Oh, other people aren't going to buy in, so I don't need to. And you start making excuses for yourself so you don't have to make that tough decision. Why do we make so many excuses? I don't understand that. Why do we stand in front of our own progress? It really blows my mind.